We got a good day today. We got Battlefield 6 community updates, open beta, and road to launch notes. Let's see what we got going on. So, Battlefield 6 community update, open beta, and the road to launch. Hello, everyone. As we prepare for Battlefield 6's early access beta starting on Thursday, August 7th, followed by the open beta on August 9th, we wanted to take a moment to reflect on our journey so far with Battlefield Labs, how we've adapted your feedback, and what you can expect from future play sessions and gameplay iterations as we prepare for launch. We'll take a brief pause with the Battlefield Labs during open beta, of course. Once concluded, we'll resume our commitment to feedback and continuous improvement through this program. We're proud of the reception that we have seen in the Battlefield Labs, and we'll keep monitoring and acting on player feedback and data as we continue our development. I wonder how long Battlefield Labs will actively continue. Will this be the new Battlefield CTE in a way? If they have some large change or new update or whatever they're doing, is this going to be something that they put in labs first and then let people go in and try and then see what they want to change or update before an official release, or not even do an official release? That's what I'm getting from that, but I don't know. There could be other plans in that as well. Battlefield Labs feedback, changes made for open beta, closed versus open weapons. Ooh. We recently shared our goals to connect both new and veteran players to the Battlefield experience. There have been ongoing discussions about previous class systems, including interest in reducing closed weapons to classes as a playlist option. To support different playstyles, we're developing functionality that allows you to choose between closed and open weapon modes. Starting with the open beta, we're starting with closed weapon conquest playlist and beta. You'll earn full XP progression in this mode, giving you the freedom to play your way. With the open beta inviting you to your largest play session yet, we encourage everyone to try switching between both systems to find out which works best for you. Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see what the I guess community consensus is going to be. Because obviously a lot of the Battlefield OGs are bro, keep it locked. That's what Battlefield of old is. That's what makes Battlefield great. That's what adds to the class variety and the class identity and stuff like that. Not really sure how new people feel about it. When I say new people, I would consider people maybe maybe Battlefield 1 and up, maybe even 2042 and up, because Battlefield 1's almost 10 years old at this point. So I'd probably say 2042. If that's your first game, you're probably a new Battlefield player, and that was pretty open. So I'm very interested to see what happens here in this regard. Me personally, like I said before in my previous video, I don't know, dude. Because I've been hearing things about them saying they're gonna keep both when the game fully launches, and they're not gonna do one or the other. But if they do go that route of just sticking to one for whatever reason, I wouldn't be mad if they leave it as is, because I think in the open system they have it open, but you can kind of I might be mixing up the two, but I think in the open system it's so you can use any weapon you want. If you use a specific weapon for the specific class, you get the bonus, which is essentially making it kind of close anyway, because some of the takes I've been hearing is well, why would you use any other weapon if you're not getting the bonus? Which is fair. I don't know. Very interested to see how this whole debate shakes out. Maps and modes. We've been closely tracking player behavior and traversal across different maps played in Battlefield Labs, such as for the below image of Siege of Cairo. Using this and other data, we've identified several areas across the map that we've zoned in on and changed to better the flow of movement and the pace at which players traverse and fight each other. Okay, so obviously this is the big middle section. It's honestly kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4 lane approach, at least for this map specifically. Which, hold on, I want to kind of freeze frame it when the big clash happens. You can definitely see a high amount of traffic here, and I don't know, for people who have actually played this map, you could probably tell where this area is. And it's kind of flipped on the other side, which I wonder, is this symmetrical? I don't think this is symmetrical, right? I don't know. Map motherfuckers, where you at? But obviously the main conglomerate on this left spawn is this top lane, and then the main conglomerate on this right spawn is the bottom lane. There is a big heat map here, which I wonder what this is, and there's also a big heat map here. Is there anything on the clash? Most of the clash happens here, so I'm very interested to see what they do with this, and these, and maybe even spruce up these a little bit more. Very interested to see how that works out. Another little heat map scenario. Another studio using the heat map to figure out what's happening. Hey, I can get behind that, you know what I'm saying? Several direct changes have also been made to the layout of objectives, including improved cover, adjusted objective sizes, and tailored designs to support balanced play for both sides. We're also updating the visual look of objective boundaries and reposition turrets across the map to further enhance gameplay. As we move into the next phase of map testing, our focus will shift even more toward refining these objective layouts and iterations based on player feedback. Expect further adjustments as we approach the final stages of development. We've always loved the fast-paced action of domination and have been exploring the best way to bring revives into that mode, a core element of Battlefield team play that we think really fits. After seeing positive feedback from players, we've excited to introduce reviving as a new mechanic, adding an extra layer of strategy and teamwork to the experience. Very interesting. I know some of the Battlefield OGs and some of the Battlefield purists are like, bro, if it ain't Conquest, Rush, or Breakthrough, I don't want it. Hey, I am always going to be up for the small game modes, bro. I love TDM. I love Domination. I love Squad Deathmatch. It always sucks when like the games get old and you can't really play them too much anymore. So I'm going to be diving hard into these when this game comes out. I mean, everybody and their grandmother going to be playing the big modes. So I might make my fucking claim in the small modes, bro, because the small modes are fire and I don't really see too many people talking about them. So if I gotta be the person to give it a voice, I will, because I love that shit. So I'm very interested to see what, because like Domination, it's not like TDM in a way where like things are like super hectic. It's like a little more focused because of the spawn points and stuff and like the objective points. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how like revives add to that layer. Weapons. Time to kill and time to death have been frequent topics of community feedback. I don't know the difference. Somebody please tell me the difference of what that is. With your input, we're balancing damage across the weapon pool, and we're eager to hear your thoughts on how these changes feel during the beta. We've also leveled up our weapon customization options. We've worked to enhance overall clarity to make the UI more user-friendly, so it's easier to see which weapons synergize best with each class. What does that mean? These improvements are designed to help you make more informed choices when building your loadout, ensuring that you can quickly understand the strengths and intended roles of different weapons. Very interested to see what these like changes include. I don't know what that like really means when you like actually are playing the game, so I want to know what that's about. To further differentiate the classes and provide unique weapon advantages, we've introduced signature weapons. Selecting a weapon that aligns with your class now grants exclusive advantages for that weapon that no other class will benefit from. For example, no other class will be able to utilize a sniper rifle as effectively as recon. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Is this going to be for like the open weapon system, or is this like, because obviously if it's on it can't be on the closed weapon system, right? Because on the closed weapon system, only recon will be able to use sniper rifles. So it has to be on the open weapon system, because then everybody will be able to use everything. But if you're a recon and you're using a sniper, then you get the benefit. I don't know though. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that's about. The road to launch. Adapting and implementing feedback takes time, and while open beta will give you an early look at the class system, it's not the final adaptation. After the open beta has concluded, there will be more opportunities to shape the class experience together before launch through upcoming Battlefield Labs play sessions. Today, we wanted to give you a glimpse of further changes you can expect beyond open beta as we head towards launch. So for Assault, while the Assault has been recognized as a class for frontline medics and favorite among lone wolf players, we're now placing greater emphasis on team play with reworked traits and gadgets. Assault offers passive squad benefits that encourage teamwork and provide a stronger support for the squad. The Adrenaline Injector, initially offered a self-healing effect, now clears and boosts resistance to flash and stun effects, enhances tolerance to explosive incendiary damage, and improves movement speed. We feel that this will reduce the self-sustaining perks and differentiate them from the support class. So, is this gone? Is that what that means? Like the self-healing is gone and they forego it with these? That's what I kind of hope. Commanding Presence has replaced enhanced mobility as the new signature trait. This trait speeds up capturing objectives for nearby squad members and takes you and your team out of combat status faster. What the fuck does that mean? With this ability, we've taken another step to provide the Assault class with more team-focused abilities. We're also making a substantial change to the gadget pool for Assault class. We've renamed the Spawn Beacon to the Deploy Beacon, and it's now part of the Assault class gadgets pool instead of Recon. Very, very interesting, Mr. Krabs. Very, very interesting. I don't know about that one, but I'm very interested to see how that happens. Although the Deploy Beacon has traditionally been a staple of the Recon class, it hasn't been without its challenges. Often being used by solo snipers to redeploy in hard to reach places, yes. By moving it to the assault class, we're intentionally redefining it as a team play tool for frontline flanking and coordinated squad movement. Okay, with this reasoning, fair, understandable, because that was definitely the big annoyance for recon motherfuckers, bro. They parachute on top of a fucking tower that nobody else can get to and put a recon beacon up there, and then they just rain fire on everybody. So I can agree with it. I can agree with it. The deploy beacon has a finite number of uses per squad and will self-destruct if the assault player spawns back on it. Oh, making it tactical and limited resource rather than a persistent advantage. We believe this addresses the concern around assaults being too focused on solo play. I also agree. I'd like these changes. Good changes. Very interesting. A completely new gadget is being introduced, the assault ladder. That thing looks cool as fuck. This versatile tool provides the squad with access to previously unreachable areas, functioning as either a ladder or a ramp, depending on deployment angle. As a powerful team play gadget, it enables assault players to lead not just their squad, but the entire team over obstacles, gain height advantages, or surprise the enemy in new ways. I cannot wait to use this shit, bro. That looks so cool. Dun, 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 dun. Engineer, what did you do for, damn, what? This motherfucker got 5 paragraphs, you get 1. We're pleased to hear balanced feedback on the engineer class, especially in terms of their core role and vehicle gameplay and explosives. We're eager to learn more about how well the engineer gadget pool supports and destroys vehicles, and how effective engineers feel in direct combat. We'll be closely monitoring their toolkit performance in large-scale battles and are keen to hear your thoughts on whether playing as engineer feels impactful or rewarding. Okay, so nothing for these motherfuckers. Just keep an eye open. Support. Receive generally positive feedback regarding support, and we're actively evaluating a few key areas for improvement. We're focusing on the refresh rate of supply crates and how well support signature weapon buffs contribute to the flow of the game. We want to ensure that support players feel essential to their squad, both in keeping teammates supplied and boosting overall combat efficiency. So again, nothing. We're kind of just keeping an eye on engineer support, which I guess is a good thing. They might be in a good spot. That's what it seems like. Recon, not as much as assault, but a fair amount of things. More paragraphs. For recon, we saw an opportunity to strengthen the disinformation and sabotage component of its role. With that in mind, we're set out to redefine one of recon's training paths by removing Pathfinder and replacing it with Spec Ops, a nod to the stealthy, explosive focus class last seen in Battlefield 2. Okay. This is the path for anyone who wants to take on the stealth function of their squad, providing them with insights on troop movement while quietly operating behind enemy lines. Spec Ops 0, your base class training, and available from start, and allows quieter takedowns, crouch, and pro movement. Pretty cool. Number 1, spots nearby enemy gadgets except when sprinting. Not bad. Number 2, going prone takes you out of combat much faster and moves the spot on. So what the fuck do they mean by take you out of combat? Listen, I haven't played, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be just as informed, if not a little bit more, but what does that mean? What does it mean when you're out of combat? I need to know what that like actually entails. Does that mean like you're not being spotted? Like, what does that mean? I don't know. In addition, the recon class features an active ability at level 3 that lets you calling a UAV to a marked position for passive spotting, further enhancing your squad situational awareness. I really want to see what this is about. I've seen this like happen a couple times in the reveal event. Really want to know how this like actually works, if it's like good or like just kind of eh. Also, can you use this in like team deathmatch and like domination small modes? That would be interesting. Together with the recon signature trait, aim spotting, which automatically spots enemies when you're aiming down sights, you'll be fully equipped to play out the intelligence and counter intelligence role to its full potential. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so obviously recon and assault are like the problem children of the main cast so far, so I'm interested to see how these two develop out in their lifetime. As for what's next, open beta is your chance to jump in, share your feedback, and help shape the future of Battlefield 6. Check out our open beta readiness article for everything you need to know to get started. We also invite you to join our official Battlefield Discord to get the latest updates, hear from our team, find squad mates to play with, and more. We'll return after open beta with learnings from the play sessions and an overview of further changes we're making on the road towards launch. We're looking forward to seeing you on the battlefield alongside us in the open beta, the Battlefield team. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. We got a little bit of insight to their thought process on how they're attacking pretty much every aspect of the game, which I think every time this comes up is always good, you know. Even if they're not directly telling you what they're going to do, it's nice to kind of get in a mindset of like what they feel. And as like a player, obviously you kind of are aware of like what's immediately going to impact you. Like, again, if you're an assault player, it's like, oh, okay, they're changing some of the shit up. Like, I know some people are probably gonna be pissed, like, oh, I can't self-heal now? What the fuck? Or like some recon people like, yo, they're getting rid of the spawn beard. Like, depending on how you feel about certain things, this type, like, some people might think this information is minuscule or nothing burgers. Some people might think it's fucking game-changing for them. It all depends on who you play and where your allegiance really lies at. As someone who's kind of like a brother eye when it comes to this type of shit, like, I'm definitely privy towards support. That's definitely gonna be my main role. I love reviving motherfuckers. I love keeping people in the fight. That's my go-to, especially now that I can drag motherfuckers. That's gonna be my go-to, bro. I don't know what the like progression is gonna be like, but I'm gold starring, max prestiging the fuck out this motherfucker probably first. And for someone like me, there's someone like that for recon, NG, and fucking assault. So very interested to see what's happening with that. Like I said, I will not be taking part in the early access weekend 1 because I'll be gone. So very much looking forward to seeing what's happening when I get back. But weekend 2, best believe weekend 2, we're going crazy. We're going crazy. But let me know what you guys think about some of these changes and updates in the comments down below, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll catch y'all later.